Have you ever looked up at the night sky and felt that there's something alive about it? Like it's not just empty space, but something that's awake, something that watches you back. Well, thousands of years ago, our Indian sages didn't just look at the stars, they studied them, meditated on them, and tried to understand the deep connection between the cosmos and human life. To them, the universe wasn't just a collection of planets and stars. It was called Brahmanda, literally meaning the cosmic egg. A single living entity made up of matter, energy, and consciousness. They believed that whatever exists out there in the universe also exists within us. There's a very famous line in Sanskrit, Yatha Pinde Tatha Brahmāṇḍa, which means as is the atom, so is the universe. So, they did not separate the outer world from the inner one. For them, studying the sky was not just about knowing the distances of planets or predicting eclipses. It was about understanding how cosmic energy flows through everything, including us. Now, it's important to remember when the sages described the universe, they always took Earth as the reference point. Not because they thought Earth was the center of everything, but because we are the observers standing on it. Everything they described, be it the motion of the sun, be it the motion of the moon or the planets, was from our point of view. That is, we standing on Earth and looking at these celestial objects. That's what we actually call as geocentric system. And even in modern astronomy, when we measure positions of planets or the stars in the sky, we still use Earth-based coordinates. So that the idea was perfectly logical and not something we call as mythology or which is a pseudoscience. It is purely a logical observation that was made by the ancient Indian sages. When they looked at the night sky, they noticed something interesting. Most of the stars stayed in fixed positions relative to each other, but a few bright objects moved among them slowly day by day. These objects which were bright and were moving are called as Grahas, from the root Graha, meaning to grasp or to hold influence. And one more thing, don't mistake the Graha with the term planet. We will be further discussing about these two terms in our coming videos as well. And which the stars that appeared fixed were called Nakṣatras. So right away they made a distinction. The Grahas move and influence, and the Nakṣatras stay fixed and act as the background or reference points. What's fascinating is how precise their observations were, and they did it all with the naked eye long before telescopes. They noticed that the sun takes about 365 days to return to the same position among the stars. That's 1 year. The moon takes about 27 days to go around the sky. That's 1 lunar month. And that's where we get the concept of the 27 Nakṣatras or star segments. They also divided the whole sky into 360 degrees, and the path of the sun was divided into 12 zones, which we now call as rishis or zodiac signs. You can see how beautifully scientific and organized their system was. For the sages, the sun wasn't just a glowing ball of gas. It was Surya Deva, the giver of energy and life. The moon was Chandra, the controller of emotions and tides. Every celestial body symbolized a type of cosmic energy. Now, in today's language, we might call it gravitational influence or magnetic field effects, but back then they explained it in energetic and spiritual terms. Their language was poetic, but their thinking was scientific. So, to conclude, we can say ancient Indian astronomy wasn't superstition, it was observation, reflection, and deep awareness. They realized that we live in a universe that's alive, rhythmic, and connected. And they designed the entire framework of Grahas, Nakṣatras, and rishis to describe how the cosmos moves and how its rhythms touch life on Earth. In the next episode, we will talk about what a Graha really means, why Earth itself is not one of the Navagrahas, and how these 9 cosmic influences became the foundation of both Indian astronomy and astrology. Thank you for watching, and if you are curious to see how deep this ancient science goes, make sure you join me in episode 2, the meaning of Graha, the 9 cosmic influences. See you soon on rkrexplorer. Thank you. Namaste.